It is time for Packets from China. I just want to let you know, they sent me this product as a sample, but I'm not going to influence my personal opinion about it. So just now we have this out of the way, let's go! Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. And in today's video we are going to talk about the Pandora key number 7. And if you're new to the channel and you're not familiar with the Pandora key, this is an all-in-one arcade stick that can plug and play through your television. I already did a review of the old version because this one seems to be there is an improved version. So we're going to check it out, what's inside the box, what are we going to get, and let's try out some games. And let's see how this thing is working. So stay tuned and let's unbox. Alright, I'm going to do this little unboxing together with you. I must say I really love the box. It's a very quality box. When opening this, you already notice this little text. If you have any problems or you have some questions, you can always leave it in the comments, or you can just use the email. As you can, I hope you can see it on the camera, that you can read here. So nevertheless, let's see what they are giving us. It comes with this power supply. This is a 12 volt 3 amp. This is basically the same connection, the same power supply you see with all these Pandora boxes. It's very universal. So the funny thing about it is that if it's getting broken, you can just find a cheap replacement around the corner or from AliExpress, for example. It comes with a European cable in my case, but keep in mind, if you're ordering the thing, that you ordered with the right version. Comes with a basic instruction manual. There's nothing much to it, so basic explanations. A VGA cable, if you want to go with old school. 2 extra spare buttons. Oh yeah. Keep in mind, they're just Chinese buttons. They're very clickish, and I think these will play very nice, but they're not compared with Sanwa. We have in here a USB cable. It seems to be you can connect it to your PlayStation. We're having here very long, very nice, basic but long HDMI cable. I can't get the cap right on. And here we have a friend. The Pandora key number 7. Alright, let's do a little bit of an overview of the arcade stick itself. Let's talk about the buttons. Let's take a close look at the buttons and the joystick. I think this is what we're going to get with all of these joysticks, all your Pandora boxes and keys. Just, I wouldn't say cheap buttons and cheap joystick, but for the people who don't like it. Very clicky joystick. It's not very wiggly. The buttons itself are just, I will not say copy someone, but they feel very nice. Ooh, even these are very nice. In this stick we're having 6 buttons. There are some 8 button versions, but I can tell you already, the 8 button versions, you don't need it. 6 buttons is more than enough if you want to play, let's say, arcade games. On this version we're finding here at the left side the coin button for entering a credit and the start button for player 1. And at the right side we are finding the pause button. The pause button is needed for going back to the main menu or just pause the game. And of course start for player 2. Alright, let's take a close look at the back of the system. We're finding here an on and off switch. We're having here an input for your power adapter. HDMI output, VGA output. This is a separate audio out jack. Volume control. Going into the settings of the Pandora key 7, but we're going to take a close look at it later. We're having here a USB connection that you can use for input and output, because we can use it for connecting the Pandora key joystick on, let's say, a PlayStation or an Xbox. And we can use this USB connection for external storage, because we can add our own games. Alright, let's take a quick peep inside. What are we going to get? And just check out how they assembled this Pandora key, number 7. So I must say, they did a pretty nice job with the cable harness. And let's do a little bit of an overview of the Pandora key number 7 mainboard. This version, if you compare with really older versions, this one got a little fan on the top. And here you have a little CF slot, so we can use a small SD card for adding new games. So that is pretty damn neat. I like a lot of these Pandora boxes, it comes with only one little speaker. Most of the time these things are pretty damn loud. And here at the bottom we are finding a very long RGB LED strip. But keep in mind you cannot shut it off if you don't like it. So you shall need to disconnect it from the mainboard itself. You don't need to cut it, you can just unplug it over here. Alright, everything is connected and let's power on the Pandora key. And let's see what's happening. So this is what we are going to get if it comes to the main menu. For the people who don't know, this is exactly the same menu like the previous model. So, well, alright, we're having here the 3D games, the 2D games, and the latest is just the games you basically played last time. So there is no alphabetic order, there is no way of searching for games. Keep that one in mind. Let's talk about the 3D games. It has a support for Dreamcast, PSP, PS1 and even some Nintendo 64. How compatible it is with all of these systems, that's something we need to find out. The previous models, I noticed a lot of problems with Dreamcast. That's something we need to figure out if this is an improvement of the previous model. But then overall this is what we're going to get. A lot of games, a lot of 2D games and a very big collection. Alright, let's check out the settings menu. Alright, let's take a closer look at the settings menu. I must say, personally I think it's a little bit basic. We're having here some options for USB joystick configurations. This is the EO testing. I can show you here what it does. If you want to check out if everything is connected, you can check it over here. What I've noticed with the Pandora Key 7, if you want to adjust the joystick, configure mapping, there are a lot of options. But what I think is also very, I want to say nice, a little bit weird, there is an option that you can hide 2D games. But I think in this version we can remove it. And here we can even, let's say you don't like a game, you can just disable it. So that is pretty, yeah. I want to say genius, but alright, if you just have one game or a couple of games that you don't like, you can just hide them and it won't show in the main list. But this removing the game, I don't know. I think there's something you need to avoid of all time, because if you remove it, you have a big problem. And here we can adjust the background music. There's only one song. They ripped off Street Fighter 4. And yeah, if you don't like it, you can just shut it off. There's only one song. I don't know if there is a way of adding new music. That would be very nice. But so far I know there is no way of swapping out the music. So that's a big bummer. Improvement for the next version. We're having here the wallpaper. I'm going to show you a little bit later. You can swap them for another background, so that's really awesome. I don't know if you can add new one. Language. There's so far only Chinese and English. So not a lot of options. And here we have some basic settings if you just want to exit or save. Alright, let's take a close look at the wallpapers. Oh, this one is pretty nice. But it's pretty damn basic. I really love this one. But yeah, that's it. There is not many wallpapers here in the system. Maybe there is a way of adding them. That would be very nice. You can add your own banner to it. So let's play some games. I'm going to use the audio of the Pandora box itself. Wow! Ow! Woo! Okay, what did I just do? I got my ass whooped. Revenge, people! Stop freaking blocking, jacks! Perfect, bitches! First of all, this game didn't work with the old version. So the fact that it's booting up and I can play it is very nice. Let's see, there is a way of adjusting the screen ratio. If you're pressing the pause button or menu button, you can change it here. I noticed some little bit of glitches when using this widescreen version, so I'm going to use the 4:3. You're going to need also the Mame or the Sega Dreamcast. You're going to use the 50 Hz. If you're not doing it, this is going to be a problem. It doesn't see NVMe if you can see it here, so that's a little bit of a bummer. No way of saving.
A solid beginning may lead to a perfect ending. Go for it. An aquatic adventure. Don't forget to take advantage of those suns.
Don't see any weird glitches. The game is running very smooth. In the previous model it was glitching out and it was not booting up or crashing, so it seemed to be working fine. I like to point out I needed to boot the game twice, and the first time didn't even boot up.
Dear Mario, please come to the castle. I can bake a cake for you.
So far so good. I don't see any big glitches or any problems. Alright. Down, doggy, down! Oh man, it's really getting used to this joystick. No, you're not going to blow in my face. Let's go!
遊びじゃないよ。
Round 1 fight!
You see some glitches here, so it's not running or emulating it perfectly. Let's pause. Let's see what happens when I'm choosing another ratio. This is just a widescreen. Still glitching. Browse again. Let's choose the original one. Alright, let's see. How long is the loading time? It takes some time. Ah, we have music. The joysticks are very responsive. Buttons are mapped correctly. Alright, I'm here in the selection menu, and as you can see I just choose two characters, and it's a little bit glitchy. Let's see if something happens when choosing another ratio. By this ratio 6:9 you even see the cursor of the selection screen disappear, so that's a little bit weird. Alright, let's choose this one.
Ready, go!
The game runs pretty smooth. It's still a little bit of glitchy here at the background, but nevertheless, it's playable. Alright, let's play some games. I'm very curious how this is running.
Watched over by the gods, they unleash their fury. Wallow in despair.
That's it! Show me you mean business!
Battle 1. Fight! Battle 2. Fight! Get ready! Battle 3. Fight! Get ready!
The first thing I'm noticing, there is a lot of difference between the sound levels. This arcade game, this is maximum volume. If you compare it with the other versions like the Sega Dreamcast and the PSP, there's a very big difference. So you shall need to adjust the level sometimes.
It all depends on your skill. Go for broke.
And there are a lot of basic games on this system. Wow. Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah, of course. So for the final conclusion about the Pandora key number 7, this newer model. They did some changes. If you look at the main menu, no, there are not a lot of changes. It's still a little bit messy if it comes to the game list. No alphabetic order, so that's a bummer. There are more games on it. You can just basically add new games if you want. The 3D games, there were some, let's say, hiccups or some glitches here and there, but overall the games were pretty playable. If it comes to the support of all the games, that's something you need to figure out for yourself. I've tested out some games, they are working. Keep in mind, PSP is only for one player. Let's talk about the casing itself. This is more like a basic casing you find very often. This seller is using this custom sticker. I really love it. It's very nice, but that's personal taste. The buttons and the joystick are very fine, very good, very responsive. So it gives you this arcade feeling. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. I really love to know. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell. And are you into gaming? Check out the Wicked Gaming channel. And see you next time. Bye bye.